Alright, Lawn Master here. So today we'll be working with Star Greens 13 and we're going to put this out on my neighbor's lawn today, simply for the fact that we want to start a little bit early on my neighbor's lawn, simply for the fact that we have a lot of empty areas. So if we can put a light coat out on this, I think we'll get a small push, early push on this lawn. And honestly, for a 13, if you people are out there fertilizing lawns or doing yard work and you're doing your own yard, go with 13. I know there's a lot of people out there saying that, oh hey, buy this product, buy this. Well, like I said, the Anderson's products are really good, particle distribution and particle size. Well, I haven't seen a change in their prices since it's like $98, $103 for their super juice. It's the Humichar is $98, so it's like $100 and something bucks to my door. So instead of me going out and spending, you know, $220 for a bag of fertilizer, or, you know, for 2 products for the Andersons, I'd just go with 13. It's an all-purpose fertilizer, so you can put it everywhere, but mainly I'll go with a 13 for if you're new to lawn care and stuff and fertilizing. And if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe to this channel, and thank you for the 44th subscriber. Thank you, I appreciate that. And thank you for the 5 views on my Minecraft video the other day. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. And we'll take you around here real quick. Take you around and show you the lawn. As you can tell, that's their lawn. That's all the area that I ripped out. Instead of that area out there about around that tree was all cool season, that area was cool season, I ripped it out. And as you can tell, there's some Bermuda growing. We got Bermuda. So, and we got Bermuda here. And here, we got this section. So, give you a little insight right here. Let's pull this back a second. To this section right here, I actually went to my local park and plugged some Bermuda, some hybrid Bermuda, which is in my lawn. And it actually stayed green all winter long. Simply for the fact that, you know, I had a really good establishment and it's still green right now. So is Bermuda always go dormant? Not typically in our area of California, not really. But as you can tell, I did come back about a month ago or a couple weeks ago and mowed this. And yeah, there's a little scalpy issue here, but other than that, I mean, it's green, lush, healthy. And that's what we want for this whole entire lawn. So, as you can tell, a lot of bare areas. That's why we're putting out a 13 today, to give the areas that are bare phosphorus, or nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Phosphorus, we actually do need. You actually do need phosphorus in your lawn. A lot of companies, except for the company that I bought their fertilizer from. I went to Green Acres and I bought that fertilizer Best. I made a short 20-second video of it. And that's what I'm going to be using for this season. It's a 16:6:8, which is a 4:1:2 ratio. However you put a ratio out, it has to equal something. So I'll be using that fertilizer on my lawn. It was about... For a 16:6:8 was like $40 at Green Acres. I found that at my local Green Acres. Go to your local Green Acres. I bet you will find that same fertilizer for 50 pounds for 40 bucks. Honestly, that's the other reason I switched over from the Andersons. was simply for the fact that this big bag right here is 40 pounds, okay? This bag is 40 pounds, all right? So this bag right here is 40 pounds, and that was 25 bucks. 40 pounds, $25. I even went online and looked at different fertilizers, and for 40 pounds online, wherever you actually went, they were selling 40-pound bags just like this for $60, $70 online. Okay, so when you look at fertilizer, you want to find 40 pounds anywhere from under, 50 bucks. You know, that's a good range. 50 and under is a great range. Depending on particle size, I don't know how. I think these are normal particle size. I don't know. I'm gonna open the bag here in a second. But yeah, I found that at Lowe's for $25. It was like 24 something plus a little discount. 5% discount was like 25 bucks. So if you guys are going out spending $60, $70 for a 40-pound bag of fertilizer, I would honestly start shopping around now, because you're gonna start seeing your bank account. Where's all my money going? Well, what fertilizer are you buying? Are you buying the most expensive fertilizer? I mean, honestly, buying expensive fertilizer now is not really worth it. Even though, yeah, there's positives about it. There's particle size, even distribution. You get what else? Super fast greening. All this stuff that they have. It's all technology that they use, just like the Andersons. They use a lot of good technology. The Andersons has a technology, and that's why it costs so much for a bag of fertilizers, because you're paying for the technology that they're making. For this is from a factory. This is a 13 straight from a factory that they make from a fertilizer factory, which is dirt cheap, 25 bucks. So now, enough with the ranting. Now we'll throw some fertilizer down. If you guys are wondering what particle size looks like on this bag, that's what it looks like right there. So we actually got some good particles here. There is some big chunks, like right here. That's a kind of big chunky, but the rest of it, I would say, is pretty good. This is an overall balanced fertilizer for your lawn. So if you're trying to buy expensive fertilizers, please don't do that. Please go online and stuff like that. And a lot of people go out and start making videos about math and this and that. And honestly, if you know how to put out fertilizer, which I've been doing for a while now, I go out, I put it out a little bit heavier so I can push a little bit harder. That's what I do with Bermuda. And that's what you can do with Bermuda versus cool season. You can't do that. You go out and put 6-7 pounds of fertilizer like this on the cool season, I guarantee you'll burn it. But with Bermuda, you can't really burn it. You can burn it with pure nitrogen, and the times that are hot and it's 105 degrees, you go out and put fertilizer out, yeah, you'll smoke your lawn. But with this fertilizer, no, right now is the perfect time to start lightly putting a light coat out and fertilizing your lawn for overall health for the winter, because your lawn's been sitting there with nutrients leaching out all winter long. So put some fertilizer out. My next caveat. Okay, so my next caveat here is, let's put it this way. You're the grass. Okay, I see a lot of people do this with their lawns, and a lot of yard people, yard services. There's a big difference between yard service and lawn care. And you're the grass, okay? You have never had fertilizer, no nothing, no nutrients, no nothing, no health, no soil health or anything. And you know, a yard guy comes by and mows it, and mow, blow, and trim kind of a thing. Well, he comes back next month, does the same thing, So where is the fertilizer? Even just putting, a nice supplement, triple 13 out, say you put 5 pounds out. Well, that's great. Water it in, do this, do that. So you're the grass, so you're the grass. So someone's coming by, mowing, blowing, and trimming, and then going, and then moving on. 15, 20 minutes later, they're gone. Okay, next month, they mow it 1 time a month. They don't fertilize it. They don't do this. They don't do that. And then, as I usually do, so what I ended up doing here is, so yeah, you're the grass, and you're getting a mowing. So I'll also point on this a little bit, the difference between lawn service and lawn care. So lawn service is a mow, blow, and trim and move on. Lawn care is actually mow, blow, trim, fertilize, okay, and water it in. So that's lawn care, because what you're doing is just mow, blowing, trimming. That's just doing a service. See, and that's what a lot of people, they pay $80, $90 a month one time, and it's like, you're wasting your money. So instead of being a lawn yard service person, won't you just be a lawn care service or lawn care? You're doing the service and the caring of it. So you would mow it and then come out, put out a little bit of fertilizer, and have the homeowner water it in if they have irrigation or whatnot. Or even put in there, hey, I'll come out and water it for you, or something like that. But that's the big difference between yard service and lawn care, is that you're putting out something that's good for the lawn. So now that we're done with that, we'll be starting with our application. So I use this bucket for my fertilizer, and it's basically this size right here. So that bucket right there, I'm going to fill up one time, and I'm going to evenly distribute fertilizer all over his lawn. So I think for my application of Bermuda, because I don't like sitting there doing all this math per pounds and all blah blah, it's just a waste of time, and people, that's why people don't get their fertilizer right. And the thing is, they want to, so what they're doing is they're going out talking about, pounds per thousand or this and that, and they get all caught up in, oh, I need to put, a pound per thousand. Well, a pound of fertilizer really isn't anything. It's very small, very little. Think of buying a pound of anything in the grocery store, flour, whatever. You buy a pound of flour. Well, that pound of flour, you'd have to evenly distribute all over your lawn. And also putting into account that your particles, the size of particles, you might have to open it up a little more, simply for the fact that the particles might be a little bit bigger and chunkier. So you think a pound of this is a pound of that fertilizer has to be evenly distributed. Well, I have to put out twice as much. Well, yeah, you do, because of the particle size. So that's why I put a bucket like this. I fill it up, and it doesn't burn it or harm it or anything. And Bermuda actually can handle that, because I've put it out a lot of times before. So that's why I use that bucket right there, and that's my math for my lawn. So what I will usually do, I'll do a trim pass like I do like mowing. Like when you mow, you fertilize the same way. Don't try to fertilize any differently. So if you're doing a trim pass this way, like his lawn, all the way around, doing a trim pass around the lawn, you do the same thing. So you do your trim pass and you go up and down. Then you go the other way. Then you go opposite. So if you're doing your trim pass and you're going this way with it, change your direction by going that way with it. See what I mean? So a lot of people don't think that either. Putting that in the perspective is that, oh, the way I mow is the way I fertilize. Oh, or the way I mow is the way I should fertilize. Yes, that's correct. So the way you mow a lawn is the way you fertilize it. So if you don't do your trim pass first, well, honestly, you should do your trim pass first, always, and then do your up and down it, and then other way. So we'll put out the fertilizer. Enough with the information, all this yappity yap stuff. So just a little information that I've been reading online and stuff like that. So here we go. Okay, so that right there is all going to be evenly distributed over that lawn. So here we go. Alright, so hopefully, let me adjust my camera a little bit. Here we go. Let's pull you back a little. Alright. I'm using my tripod. I bought a tripod for my phone, and it's really tough to have to use my tripod. So getting used to it, you know, doing something a little different so I'm not having someone to help me. right, so there you go. So I know I have to come back, and that's another thing. When you do fertilizer, do not leave fertilizer all over the sidewalk, driveway, walkways, or anything, because that's a mess. So, if you can tell, I went over this a few times, and yeah, it's pretty evenly distributed, I think, as you can tell. Yeah, you might say, oh, woo, 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 woo. Well, I think this is an okay fertilizer for this lawn, and simply for the fact that I can see on here it's pretty evenly distributed on the lawn. I just come back and blow it on in, and another thing, I think I said yard service. I meant lawn service. So that's what I meant. Sorry if I used the wrong a pronunciation on that. Not yard service, but lawn service and lawn care. That's what I meant by mow, blow, and trim and walk away versus a fertilizer. So this is lawn care, what I'm doing to my neighbor's lawn, not a lawn service. What a lawn service is, to review, is mow, blow, trim, and move on. So that's a lawn service. So now I'm gonna come out and blow it all in and put it back on the lawn. Alright, that's all done. So you put out the fertilizer, you blow it all back into the lawn, and you water it in. So this next tip here is going to be very crucial for you lawn people that go out there, that do your own yard. And if you like a nice clean green lawn like mine, I'll show you mine. This is mine cut at 3/8 of an inch. So that's my green turf, and it's very green simply for the fact that I've done a lot of soil health and stuff like that. And that's what Bermuda is supposed to look like. You know, sorry for kicking the stand, but that's what Bermuda is supposed to look like. Okay, it's supposed to be green, nice and vibrant. And yeah, there's a few weeds in my lawn, but oh well. But this next point I'm going to make is water it in. That's the biggest thing I hear about people having problems with is, oh, my fertilizer isn't working. I said, did you water after they put it out? No. Well, fertilizer doesn't just work into the ground without watering it in, because water is one of those things that it pushes it in and makes it work. Having it sit on top of the dirt isn't making the fertilizer activate. You need water, a liquid, you need water, the liquid, I think I'm saying that right. The liquid, it has to be liquid to activate the particles. Hold on here. School bus is going by. But you need the water to activate the fertilizer, simply for the fact that this particle right here is not going to do anything if it just sits there. It needs water to... This is what I have to deal with every single day when I'm trying to do a video. It's cars, traffic. I live on a very busy road. Sorry. You need water to activate this, to break it down and get into the soil. So that's when you use water. You have to water it in. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to use any water. I'm like, oh, okay, then don't have a yard. Buy an apartment, buy a condo. You don't have to do any maintenance, you know? So when you're doing that, just water it in. 15-20 minutes of watering is not going to raise your water bill. No, it's not. So enough with that. I'm going to start watering it in right now. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that the reason why we want phosphorus in our fertilizer, simply for the root of the plant, okay? I see a lot of fertilizers at 30-0-15. Nitrogen and potassium. Nitrogen, potassium. I think potassium is an overall helping of the root system, but it doesn't actually help the root grow anywhere. So phosphorus helps the root get into the ground and find its water and do all these things for it, and that's actually really good. And that's why the Andersons has this, Doc uses a 16-4-8 because it has a little bit of phosphorus in it. And also in the winter, a lot of the nutrients in your soil are depleted. And that's why a lot of lawns aren't thriving, because you don't put that nutrient, the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, back into the lawn. You know, all the other minerals and everything else in the fertilizer thing doesn't really matter. You know, yeah, has a little bit of iron, like 4 or 5% iron. Helps it turn green, helps it pop a little more. That's just an additive. So that's why we need phosphorus in our fertilizer, simply for the fact that it helps it grow. So when you do seed, you know, it needs nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That's why they say use a starter fertilizer with a high amount of phosphorus in it, because that phosphorus is going to help the root development. So if you don't have root development, you don't have grass. So here we go. And how you're supposed to water too. Shut this off for a second. And how you're supposed to water. So you do a section over here, right? This section here. You'll do that section. Then you'll do this section over here. Go over here. So you want this to penetrate the water. You want, when you're watering this section here, after you're done, you wanna make sure it's penetrating and getting in there. So you go around and you water this section. Okay? Then I'm gonna water this section over here. Well, after I'm done with this section, I'm gonna go back over. I'm gonna go over a second time to make sure everything is pushed in thoroughly, because that's what you want. So, yeah. Oh, and please like and subscribe. We're almost there to 50 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button. Please like and comment. I usually don't ask for it, but please subscribe, like, and comment down below. I know a lot of people are unsubscribed. I got like 90% unsubscribed. Please subscribe. I'm telling you, everything on this channel is free. So, subscription's free, like is free, comments are free. So, please like and subscribe. Helps me out. Alright, that will do it from here. From Lawn Master at Lawn Master's Paradise. We'll see you in the next one.